They've been searching for that thing and get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top I was young, get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No city was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No city was that never be the same.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
It's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Metcalf, he's got it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. A first look now for Garrison Evans. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Been there, done that.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So on 4th down, the Titans will turn it over to their punter since 2009, and that's Brett Kern. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Watson. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return will stop right around the 25. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
Is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Texans
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
First and
33 yards that time. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Flushed out right. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans nothing.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. The throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. What a play. It's a 1st down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson completes it to the fullback hand. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. Here's Watson. This is incomplete. What a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll run on first down with Evans. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. And it's a big guy to pick up the first down.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Watson's throw here taken in by Cooks. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
29-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done. But I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself. That was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Tennessee.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 24, Watson. Pass incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. As he throws there, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson to return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the ground, it's Evans.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Texans' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. By the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
His kick is
and he puts it through.
Makes the score Titans 31, Texans nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. That's good for a Texan. And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A first down carry for Barkley. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Watson now to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Watson on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on? should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
This is Barkley. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Texans may have recovered. They did recover. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll throw from the gun. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and
1. Here's Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Watson on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Texans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Watson looks to throw again. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Pickens. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Tennessee, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. 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 Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, yeah, this the winning team.